Hello, people. Today I'll be starting my attempt of trying to explain everything, and I'll be doing that by elaborating my understanding of beauty, what beauty is, and how is it the essential part of our being and of the creation. So please comment, like, and share the video. My name is Edwin Nelson. Beauty to me is everything. Everything without sides. They are the things in us, the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts. Man, everything in us is beautiful, even the organs and everything. I'm talking in universal terms. Not only you include emotions, but even the biological and everything and physical aspects of being. The movement, the everything is beautiful. Even the outside and all that of the surroundings is beauty because we connect to it. You can't just be beautiful on your own. You have to connect to something to be beautiful. Beauty is that connection. So, in my knowledge up to now, I think beauty is both universal and individual. When I say universal, I mean beauty is balance. Just that, beauty is balance. That it has forces of creation, and there are three forces of creation. That for anything to be created, these forces has to be there. That is knowledge, energy, and matter. Knowledge being the conceptual construction of the universe, the ideas, the imagination, what you have before you have anything. That in you is the knowledge before every creation. Now, energy is the motivation, the flow of that knowledge. Energy is what influences everything about creation. Energy influences everything about creation. Now, knowledge stems everything from nothing. Energy influences everything. Energy is the influence of everything. And matter is what stores energy with conceptual properties. That matter stores the details and the information of knowledge and energy. So matter is the result of energy. And energy's source is knowledge. That is what I mean by balance. The first thing I mean by balance. Then the second thing is it is in original state. Universal beauty, the first state is the only state that once is always. That the original, that's that. It will never change. It is balance. That's that. It is balance. It will never change. And the last one is expectations. Expectations are all possibilities. Expectation are all possibilities. Sorry for that. But that expectations, everything is expected. Everything. Your wildest imagination is there in the universe because the nature is balance. It's there in the universe. Yeah. It results in everything you see. Everything you see is the result of all possibilities. None has been left out because balance is their nature. Now, when I say universal beauty is balance, in it it is mathematical. When I say mathematical, I mean it is always flowing and allows manipulation and variables. It looks, for example, if you see an equation, maybe x equals to 3x, 7 equals to 3x plus y, yeah, it's stuck, but it's always flowing. It is always flowing. It's you who are not seeing it, but it is always flowing. That is what I mean by nothing is stagnant. Everything is flowing. That is what I mean by mathematical. Now this is like the bridge. Okay. Then it is never out of its nature. For example, when you say the equation for there to be an equation, it has to be balanced. An equation is never out of balance. It is always in the balance, and that's the nature of the universe. No matter what you experience, the answer is balance. Is what balances. You have to find what balances the universe. Then that is the answer. Like question, answer. Then the answer is the balance of the question. Then the last thing about mathematical, beauty being mathematical, it is all direction. All direction, just it is not just X, Y, or Z, or time, or what. It is all direction. It is pulsing. Something like pulsing, because it has to get the information out and the information in. The information out and the information in. Therefore, it can be experienced. When I say experienced, I mean it's up to you. It's up to you. It is all direction. Whatever you want to do. That's what I mean by mathematical. That the power is in the equation. Now that's the first part, because I think beauty is also individual. Now when I say by individual, I mean it is created. It is of the balance. That individual beauty, it is of the forces. Okay, for example, knowledge. The forces of when I say forces, I'll be meaning knowledge, energy, and matter. For example, energy, knowledge. Of knowledge, that means in knowledge there are knowledge, there are energy, and there is matter, whereby this world in the individual sense will be imagination. Your imaginative world, the way you dream, that is the individual created. That is the created of the balance of knowledge. Now when it is created of energy, maybe in energy there is also knowledge, energy, and matter. But when the energy is the root, then it becomes existence, because everything flows. Everything flows. The actual existence is energy, because they have to be a flow. for something to be able to be balanced. Yes. There have to be a flow for it to be balanced. Now that is the actual existence. It's what you see all around us. It's what you see a living thing is. Now when it is matter, therefore knowledge and energy and matter are in matter. Therefore it becomes a being. Because it stores everything. It has everything in it. Now when it leaves, it becomes existence. Yeah. So that is what I mean by contain all the forces in itself as a unit. Then all forces are units. Element plus itself. Therefore, when you take matter, energy, and knowledge, when you combine them, you create something. That something may be a being. Therefore, they become 4 units. Therefore, universal units are 4 units. You always have 4 units in the universe, not 3. For example, if I say maybe you are making a tea. You put sugar, you put water. Yeah? Then the third component is the tea. Because therefore there are 3 components. There is sugar. You have to give honor to the actual unit that and the elements so that the universe can operate fully. Yeah. Then balanced in flowing. That individual influences itself because the purpose of the individual is to collect experiences. Therefore, it influences itself and it is influenced. It is connected to the universe. It is influenced by balance. It is always influenced by balance. Yeah, and the expectation is experiencing fully. I'll explain this a little bit later, but experiencing fully is allowing everything to flow according to the balance in time. That expectations an individual should have its fully experienced to its potential. And by potential I mean energy. Energy stored in you. That's the spirit. We are coming to that. Now, forces of creation, they are the same as shared blocks of creation. That in everything you find these things in them. For individual, for example, knowledge. There's a very good concept. I haven't put it here, but knowledge in individual, it becomes engaged. When you engage, when you are alive, you are always engaged. Engage, I mean, for example, if you see someone or you think of someone, you have engaged. But thinking is engaging. Now, when you are thinking, when the thought pops in, that's engage. When you are thinking, you are engaging. Either you are thinking or you are talking or you are doing something. But when you are being, now you are desperate. The being, the matter, the being is the total of thought, but the matter is desperate to be engaged. Desperation to be engaged. That's the power of matter. It's there. It wants you to engage. That's why things call you. Things that you like, they call you. They are desperate to be engaged. But I'll explain this for now. Knowledge is a source of energy. That means without knowledge, there's no energy. For example, people say the world, our universe came from nothing. That means, for example, I may say this, but I'm sorry, I'm not criticizing anyone. But Actually, this is E equals to mc squared. But I like to point something out. That is Big Bang Theory. Okay, Big Bang Theory, it says everything's come from nothing, then to energy, then to matter. But they have skipped a very big step, and that is knowledge. There's no friction without knowledge. And this, I think, is the genius of Albert Einstein. And it really surprised me because at the time when I watched a certain documentary about Einstein on YouTube, they say that the Big Bang Theory wasn't his own theory. It was of a priest. Man, I was like, yeah, man, thank God. Because other than that, Einstein will be a master trickster. Because a Big Bang Theory is a theory that helped to rationalize the destruction. Because for explosion to occur, there have to be something, not nothing, something before that for it to. You can say nothing explodes, man. Nothing cannot never explode. You get what I'm saying? Nothing can just give friction, a little bit of friction, then something created from that. So. So the biggest thing that, and Einstein actually rejected the idea of Big Bang Theory for quite a long time. He was like, nah. Because there's no light in it. There's no knowledge. Therefore, man. Yeah. But sorry, get excited a little bit, but yeah. Also, is the biggest reservoir of creation. It is the imagination. The world of knowledge is the imagination. Though that's why you are told you have to let your kid imagine everything. Everything. Let him. But go let him. He'll learn. The world is balanced, my friend. The universe is balanced. Don't worry about that. And it has all the time. The knowledge has all the time. What do I mean by that? Knowledge, there's no past or future or there's just now. Knowledge is always in use. For example, the knowledge that has been, has always will be. Knowledge is knowledge. Okay, a good example is, for example, if I know maybe tomorrow I'll go to this and this and this and this. Therefore, tomorrow is there. But tomorrow is not there. Tomorrow is now because I have the knowledge of tomorrow. You get? Yeah, and influences every. Knowledge influences every because it's the first step of engaging. You have to engage to engaging. Then energy is the tension, is from tension. For example, if the universe from nothing, okay, what am I? Nothing. That's the first answer. Therefore, what is nothing? Therefore, it creates friction. We will talk about symmetry of creation later. But from tension, you get symmetry of creation. That is known and unknown. The balance of that, now that's the creation. But tension is the source, is the energy. Energy is produced by tension. Tension can be lighter, that means a balanced tension, or tension can be heavier, that is imbalanced tension. Imbalance is balanced with imbalance. That means it's manipulative. That's energy. Therefore, flows in present through every. That energy is in the present. It is not in the past. It is not in the future. It is in the present. That can be stored. The actual law of energy can be stored or transformed from, yeah. And influences matter. Energies can only influence matter. It cannot influence knowledge. It can cause imbalance in the matter. That means the knowledge will be stored differently, but the knowledge is there. This, you can talk about traumatic effects, and the knowledge is there, but energy can force matter. The store, it can like log something, but it's there. That is what I mean by that flows in the present. It's now. Energy is now. It's the master of the present. No past. It is limited. Energy is limited. Then energy has to be limited. That's the existence. That's the spirit, and and it's the actual creation. Yeah, I've said that. And matter stores energy and knowledge. Yeah, definitely. Knowledge in terms of tips, that knowledge is engaged. Therefore, if you have stored energy, therefore a knowledge is just a tip. It's an engage. Like, then you start engaging. You get expertise, man. Coverage in time. Now, matter is something that moves in time. Now, the friction, the heavier the tension will produce heavier friction, heavier force, heavier what? Oh man. But okay, let me explain this way. Coverage in time. That means matter is a result of time. Matter is rooted in time. Matter, because the actual existence is energy. Now matters change all the time. Therefore, that matter is coverage is in time. Like this whole world, it doesn't matter what you do with it. For example, maybe Iraq was something different 20 years ago from today. Time, people owned it differently. That means you can build a house this year, you can turn it down, but in the people's mind and in the generation, some people have known that you have built the house there. Now that is the mark of time, but the root of your thought is that house, and that means you have built in time, not in space, not physically. You never build physically. Physically, you just store what you have built. So that's coverage in time. That we'll talk when we talk about men. When we talk about Adam, I'll talk about owning time. That is the role of a king. Now, it confirming source and flow of beings. Yeah, definitely, because matter is influenced by energy and stores knowledge. So therefore, it has to move in a way that allows the flow of those two. Now, the best movement. We talk about the best movement coverage. Man, there's a lot to talk about. I'm getting excited, and I'm almost done for today. But also, matter influences experience, and your experience is influenced by matter in this world. Therefore, here are universal unit, which I said earlier. This is like a catch-up. Universal unit that knowledge plus matter plus energy plus matter plus itself unit, that becomes the world. That I mean, but our world equals to imagination, which is the world of knowledge, existence, which is the world of energy, and being, which is the world of matter. That is our world. So it is plus in that in our, I think you get the concept. There are 4 units, but it is 1 unit of 3. But you can say 3 units because you're excluding the umbrella of it. So I think you have to get it that way. And here is the summary of that imagination, work of the world of the knowledge, existence. Therefore, in every there's every. That in knowledge there's knowledge, there's energy, there's matter. In energy there's knowledge, there's energy, there's matter. In matter there's knowledge, there's energy, there's matter. Being flow of every force of creation, that it allows everything. Therefore, please don't forget to like and share. Next time we'll be talking about unit of creations, and here the slide. Please be well.